Exterior inspection. There's no gutters. The caulking at the windows is in poor condition. The insulation for the compressor is in need of replacement. The ceiling is gone from around here. You can see we've got gaps opening up. This sort of orange yellow foam doesn't work very well. What you want is something like this mortar. Works much better. There's some separation here. Just common settlement's going to cause that. Just recork it, seal it, stop water getting in. Light fitting here. It doesn't have any caulking around the actual boss. It's going to allow water to get in to the fixture. Comes into contact with the current of the circuit. That could energise this whole wall. Yeah, I've got failing caulking at the door here. We have missing caulking from this light fitting too. We're at the right elevation. Now here we've got opening up in the caulking here. It's going to allow water in to that bay window, and that could cause all sorts of rot problems. You won't even know it's going on, so it's very important, this area here. We've got breaks in the caulking here, good along there. Front right elevation. Again, the corking's very poor around the house. It's particularly bad here. You can see this hole. Water's going to be getting in there regardless. Lots and lots of water. That hole I can actually get my finger in. So gallons could get through there. We have trim here that's sprung. There's early signs of a bit of movement in the foundation. All foundations in this part of the world suffer from it. Now at the front elevation. Again, we've got light fittings that do not have corking. Source of weep holes missing from over the top of the steel lintels at the front left elevation. We have some erosion at the front left elevation, and it's sort of camouflaged at the moment because there's ant nests here, and that needs to be rebuilt. Now you can see it's started to stress the brickwork. You see a small crack opening up here. It's purely to do with this fact that it's eroded in this area and the building's foundation starts to drop. The crack is running up to here. If I step back, we've got a crack running from here to here due to the poor grading around the foundation. You've got to keep that grade wall supported. The roof at the left slope is in poor condition. There's a considerable amount of wind lift and the shingles are shifting, coming away. I think the next big storm is going to see quite a lot of this roof coming off. So you should investigate whether or not it can be replaced by the current insurance company. The homeowners can do that for you. Now, in addition to that, the penetrations are in poor condition. Here we've got a vent and it's been caught. They normally do that when they've been leaking. So there's obviously been a roof leak at some point. I'm now at the left slope and there's considerable wind lift. A lot of the shingles have lost their adhesion and are lifting. Again, this roof is likely to come more damage to it. You can see here the shingle is loose. The adhesion's gone. I don't want to pull them too much because it'll only make matters worse. My job is not here to make things worse. My job is just to establish what's going on. We've checked the exterior walls and the foundation. We're looking for movement. We're just doing a quick check internally. I didn't find any signs of movement outside. If there's going to show up anywhere, it shows up actually at the windows and doors and ceilings, so we're looking for cracks in there. But while we're at it, we can see here we've got water penetration into the corners. This is caused by the poor caulking on the outside. Now the other thing that can happen is you can get sticking doors, so we'll just quick check on the doors, make sure they're not sticking. I don't think they are, because the outside was in pretty good order. In the master bedroom, again trying to find cracks. I'll talk next when I find one. The faucets here are reversed. This is the hot, coming through nice and hot, but it's on the right. As you look at the faucet, the hot faucet should be on the left, not the right. It's the cold, so it's reversed. It's been through a cycle, door opened. No apparent rust. All the burners light. We have the microwave. There's food in it at the moment, so I'm not going to take it out, so I won't be starting it. Zone 2 broken. We have an ornamental fountain at the rear elevation. One of the most common issues I find in attics is the use of plastic covers on electrical boxes and switches. I've got a case in point here, and you can see where the cover's broken. If I move the camera in a little closer, you can see that we have terminations. Those terminations are actually live. So that whole area there is open for somebody to put their hand in, and of course in a dark attic sometimes you can't see where you're putting your hand. You're grabbing out for support because you may have slipped or moved, and that's it, you get electrocuted. So very, very wise to replace these. The liability is that you'll have somebody come up to do some work and they have a problem, they get electrocuted, and now you're responsible for them. So the remedy is pretty simple. Wherever you see covers like this in your attic, replace them with metal ones. You can get them from Home Depot. These plastic fronts here, covers, are intended to be used where there's sheetrock, and you can see they overlap the back of the box, and so they're supposed to go flush up against sheetrock. As they are at the moment, they break so easily, so replace them and save yourself a possible issue in the future. This is a this is a gas line. You can see the gas pipe coming in. Okay, here is the manifold, and off of this manifold comes lines providing gas into the building. That's a pressure controller there. And look, during the construction phase, the gas installer, the plumber, we'll call him a plumber if he was, I don't think he was, used the supports for the ducting as a means of supporting his gas lines. You can see what he's done here, he's hooked them through. That's a complete no-no. You do not want gas lines up against anything other than wood, something that's inert. This is a plastic metallized material, and this is a gas line. You do not want the two associated with each other in any way. This is a gas line into the furnace, and it doesn't have a sediment trap. Flues going through the roof go out to the outside, and they're exposed to the elements, and they should be bonded. Bonding allows the metal to take on the same potential as the ground that you stand on, and therefore lightning's less likely to strike it. Now, the vent hood is incorrectly installed in as much as there should be screws going down in here and screws here to hold the vent in place, and there's not.